Hi, Romesh Shivastu here, Editor-in-Chief, Sightsin Plus. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe this for the HR news, for HR updates, and conversation with the top nurse CHROs. Today, we are going to talk about the procedural complexities in opting for the higher pension. Actually, after the Supreme Court's order on EPS-95, the EPFO has issued certain notifications and some guidelines how the employees can opt for the higher pension. Currently, both the links are available on the EPFO website for the employees who retired before 1st September 2014 and who retired after 1st September 2014. In previous video, we have discussed about these guidelines, what the guidelines are for opting the higher pension, what the Supreme Court order was. We will put the link of this video into the description box, but we are not going to repeat that. Today we have Mr. Amarnath Verma. He is a former Executive Director HR at NTPC. We will discuss with him that what are the complexities in opting for the higher pension. So welcome, Mr. Verma.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Srivastava, for having me here.
Mr. Verma, both the links are available there on the EPFO website, but still the employees are not able to apply for this. They're not able to submit the request. What are the problem? What are the challenges there?
Yes, I have discussed this matter with the cross-section of employees who are either working or who have since superannuated. And the feedback that I get is that there are some very important issues in submitting the option form. The first is that the link itself is not working all the time, and it's stuck up for a long time. So people are not able to work on it. So that is the procedural aspect, that they have to create a better server for the employees to submit their options. But the main issue that is causing concern to the employees, both serving and retired, is the insistence of the EPO on submission of form under Section 26(6) of the EPS scheme, which says that the employee and employer should have agreed at the time of joining the scheme, and that for submitting the contribution of PF at the rate of 12% of the total salary, and that should have been approved by the some authorities of EPFO, not less than the APFC rank officer. So this is virtually impossible, because when you become member of the pensions EPS scheme, I mean, you follow the guidelines prevailing in the organization, and there was no opportunity at any point of time to the employees to have taken this kind of option and submitting the approval of the relevant EPF authorities. So that is the biggest challenge, and once you are not able to fill up that certificate as desired by the EPFO, you are not allowed to move forward. So this is the biggest challenge. There are other challenges also, namely in the option form, the declaration that is required to be submitted by the employees says that the EPFO will have the liberty of revising the scheme at any given point of time. So employees are at a loss to understand as to what are the benefits they are going to get, what is the total quantity of dues that are going to be paid by them, and whether it is at all worthwhile for them to submit their option. So in effect, the complexity of the situation is compelling the employees not to opt for the scheme for higher pension. And that is causing a lot of concern in the minds of people.
So I think you talked about 2-3 points, and the major point is that EFO is asking to submit the proof of permission. So proof of permission, permission certificate, that certificate is needed. So how they can get the this proof of permission that earlier they have applied, the employer and employee both have applied to the EPFO for the higher pension, and so how they can find out this?
I mean, as I told you earlier, it is virtually impossible for each individual employee to get that kind of certificate, because once you join the organization, you are governed by the rules of the organization, and in that system, uh, if the organization uh, they are asking you to deposit the 12% of the total salary, and they are also contributing on it, and that amount is going to the PF trust. And if the organization is maintaining a separate trust for themselves, they are exempted. So they are maintaining the complete trust by themselves. So, and that is approved by the uh, relevant RPFCs. So to say now that bring the certificate at this stage is really impossible. So what they can do is that by implication, what is to be seen is that under 26(6), the employee and the employer have to agree to contribute 12% of the total salary, and that amount should be submitted in the PF account. If that can be proved by action, if that can be shown to the authorities that yes, we have contributed that much, so that by implication should be serving the purpose, rather than asking individual employees to bring individual certificate to this effect and upload it on the portal as they are demanding now. It's very difficult. So the best thing for the EPFO would be to simplify the process and give a complete uh, sort of frequently asked questions, and simplify the process to the extent that the employees are able to submit the details. Because the whole idea of the higher pension is that the employees should be given a chance to submit their option, and after considering the various pros and cons, if the employee chooses to submit the higher pension option, he or she should be allowed to submit, and EPFO should be in a position to process their revised pension scheme and give their higher pension.
So this is the one solution. If you can, EPFO can simplify the process, then maybe this problem can be solved. Otherwise, what the employee can do for this, employer can do to resolve the problem? Is there any way out?
I mean, the employers have to reach out to the EPFO and give them certification that yes, they have been contributing. The employee and the employers have been contributing at the rate of 12% of the on the total salary, right from the word go, and right from the initial period. And if they are able to show this thing, by implication, the objective of 26(6) would be achieved, and there should not be any problem for EPFO to agree for the suggestion of the employees to go in for higher pension.
I was also
So
reading.
employers should reach out to the EPFO and tell them that, and whatever data they have got, because every year the employers, the EPFO also visit the employers for inspection, and during the inspection, the employers would be showing their complete details of how much contribution has been made by the employees and how much contribution has been made by the employers, and that is sufficient proof enough to ensure that the purpose of higher pension is met, and the EPFO should be in a position to process the cases of higher pension request of employees.
Absolutely, absolutely. But EPFO need to be flexible into this, because I was also reading an article on the Times of India that some RTI was filed by some of the employees, and about these certificates, about the proof of permission certificates to the EPFO. Is there any proof of certificate? So there is no evidence, no certificate is available as of now. So if certificate is not available to the EPFO as well, then how the employees can find out? So this is the issue. So again, the union leaders or some of the unions can approach to the Supreme Court for this. Do you think?
Once the Supreme Court has already given decision, there is no room for any doubt or any ambiguity in this regard. And the best thing would be that EPFO comes out with the revised set of guidelines, and they should make it amply clear that, see, what the decision of the Supreme Court is that the employees should be given a chance who have not been able to submit their option for higher pension. So, in all fairness, the employee should be given a chance. And if the only checklist is that the 12% of contribution of employees part and the employer part should be available in the system. And if that is, the employer and employees are able to prove that, then the EPFO should not have any issue in agreeing for higher pension request of the employees. Because in any case, the contribution, the balance contribution is required to be made by the employees to the EPFO, and that has to be calculated on the basis of the actual salary and 8.33% of that amount, and minus the amount that has already been deducted on the statutory ceiling limits. So that amount is also to be worked out, and that is the balance amount has to be submitted to the EPFO. So based on that, the revised pension has to be worked out. In the circular of 20th February, the EPFO has very clearly told that the detailed modalities of the calculation on the balance amount which is required to be paid by the employees to the EPF authorities would be shared separately, and also the quantum of revised pension. So, to my mind, the EPFO must come out with a revised set of guidelines as to what is the total computation of the arrears that is required to be paid by the employees to the EPFO, and what is the expected quantum of pension that the employee is expected to get after he or she submits the dues. And also clarity should be given on the declaration which is required to be given as per the present URL as to it should not happen that the quantum of the revised pension. See, originally the design was the pensionable salary was computed on the basis of last 12 months salary. In the amendment of 2014, the average salary was converted to 60 months average salary. So if you compute the salary on the 12 months last salary, the pension would be higher. But if you compute it at the level of 60 months average salary, naturally the amount will be lessened. The pensionable salary will reduce. So now if the EPFO says that they will further revise it, then the expected amount of pension will also go down. So all these factors are putting the employees in a serious dilemma as to whether they should apply for it or not. Because whatever due amount is to be paid, that is also going to be a very substantial amount. And there is no return of capital here because as I had clarified in my earlier conversation, this is a dues to be paid to the EPFO. This is not investment at this point of time. So there is no return of capital on the whatever amount that an employee is going to pay to the EPFO is not going to be returned. It is only the pension to the employee till the time he is alive, and after his death, 50% of pension is going to be paid to the spouse till her life, and after that the matter ends. So the employees have to take a call in this regard as to what is their state of health, what is their financial health, everything they should consider before applying for this higher pension. And also there should be a clarity as to what is the total amount of dues to be paid to EPFO. Only then they should consider seeking higher pension.
Yeah, of course, but these are the facts for the consideration before making the decision that they should apply or not, they should opt for the higher pension or not. Do you have any data as of now that how many people they have applied for the higher pension, and do you think that these applications that would be the successful submission?
So, as per the information submitted in the Parliament by the Ministry of Labour, approximately close to 1,20,000 applications have been received by EPFO on the online portal. But the details are not confirmed as yet. So it is anybody's guess that these data would include pre-2014 employees also and post-2014 employees also. So these are the numbers given by the ministry in the sense that these number of applications have been received on the portal, and then it will be sent back to the respective organizations, and they will verify the data and credentials of the respective employees. And after that, it will be again sent back to EPFO for consideration and approval. And on the basis of that, entire thing will be approved by the EPFO for grant of higher pension.
Right, right. So I think still there are so many problems in applying and for the submission of the higher pension. Maybe in near future, in coming days, the EPFO may come with few more guidelines, some more clarifications on this to make the process more smooth. So thank you so much, Mr. Verma, for joining the conversation and sharing your wonderful thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you very much.